Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and beautiful 2-week spoilers February 2nd to 13th. Brooke reels from stunning revelation and Bill left speechless. Bold and the beautiful 2-week spoilers for February 2nd through the 13th suggest Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is shocked and Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, being absolutely floored by something. Monday, February 2nd, we've got Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, in shock because Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, is going to drop an ultimatum. She tells Taylor if she doesn't cut Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, out of her life completely, well then she's going to lose Steffi and Finn, Tanner Novlin, and the kids, basically everything that's important to her. But now that Taylor and Deacon have professed their love to each other and they've kissed, there's no going back, even if they have to sneak around to be together. Plus, Melissa Dillon, Sydney Bullock, is reaching out trying to get a hold of Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace. I'm sure that Dillon wants to get out in front of the whole Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Valet situation before Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, tells Electra she saw Daphne in his lap and goes on about how it's not proper. It's like they pulled Ivy from some 1960s black and white TV show and she's the nosy neighbor peeking in windows saying that just won't do. Dillon and RJ Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, literally bump into each other at Forrester Creations, which is interesting. It's kind of a mirror of how Electra ran into Will. So, Daphne says she's sorry, and then RJ introduces himself as Steffi's brother. If there are sparks there between Dillon and RJ, that would certainly help her case about the whole Will thing being something that was just totally misinterpreted. On Tuesday, February 3rd, RJ shows Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, some designs that he's sketched up. I'm wondering if he'll be wowed by RJ designs since he is the Forrester golden child, or will Carter be less than impressed and wish they had kept Eric Forrester, John McCook? I would like to see Carter tell RJ they are not good, but I'm sure he's going to say something nice. Electra and Will are shocked by Daphne Rose's news. She might tell Electra and Will that she's moving out of the beach house. Daphne may say she's going to figure something else out. If she has to live in her car, that's fine. Ivy told Daphne to leave Los Angeles and never come back. So, Daphne in a tight spot, but I don't think we're going to go for this. Deacon tells Taylor he doesn't know how they are supposed to give each other up. I'm guessing she's going to tell Deacon about Steffi ultimatum. But the bottom line is Deacon and Taylor refuse to be without each other and they vow to be together in spite of the Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, Danger and Steffi Severe ultimatum. Wednesday, February 4th, we've got Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, figuring out that Eric is now Katie Logan, Heather Tom, lead designer at Logan. I think Liam is going to be ecstatic and he may run and tell Hope Logan, Annika Noel, even though Eric going to want this kept a secret and may try and swear Liam to secrecy as well. Obviously, Liam knows this will be a huge shock to the system for Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., Steffi, and Brooke. I do wonder if they were going to try and keep Liam in the dark as well and he just happened to walk into what is obviously a design meeting between Eric and Katie. Then Liam does the oh okay, 1 + 1 is 2, and figures out what's going on here. Plus, Ridge is overcome with guilt on Wednesday and I wonder if it's because he booted Eric out of his own company. I don't really buy into Ridge's guilt and the things that he says because his actions show something differently. He had no problem surprising his dad with a forced retirement party. So, I give no credence to Ridge feeling guilty about anything because we all know he did what he wanted to do and he was trying to rationalize it. Thursday, February 5th, we've got Deacon and Taylor locking lips again. They are enjoying another forbidden kiss. This is despite Steffi pressure and her ultimatum, but basically, they're in love. They are all in. They are not going to give up. Steffi and Sheila and everybody have created this situation to where Deacon and Taylor are almost like a Romeo and Juliet story. They are like teenagers that are told this is forbidden fruit. And that's making everything a little more exciting, which means it's probably not going to slow up. Friday, February 6th, we've got Ridge finding out from Steffi that Taylor has romantic feelings for Deacon. Now, I can't imagine that Ridge will be happy to hear this, but I think Brooke will be all about it because she's been talking about wanting Taylor to find her own destiny. I think Ridge and Steffi are going to be very disinclined to support this. I think Brooke might march herself over to see Taylor and ask, "Is it true?" And yes, I think you should go for it. Meanwhile, Katie looks over Eric's sketches on Friday and she's completely blown away. Katie says this is exactly what she wanted for Logan. Eric reminds Katie this has to stay a secret for now. I think she's on board with keeping the secret that Eric is the designer, but Liam is a problem and there's going to be more people coming to work there, which means more people trying to sit on the secret. Katie and Bill are both thrilled when Eric shows Katie his sketches. I think Bill is going to talk up what a big smash hit this Logan fashion show is going to be. Now that they have sketches in hand, they can fast-track the show. Sheila remains blissfully clueless about Taylor and Deacon, but that won't last long. All heck will break loose when Sheila finds out that Deacon is getting frisky with his therapist behind closed doors. The week of February 9th through the 13th, we're going to have Steffi throwing Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, a bachelorette party. So, it looks like we are definitely getting a February sweeps wedding for Carter and Daphne. I think the baby making is going to kick into high gear right after they say I do. Electra and will begin to have relationship problems. I think this is because of Daphne. Electra wants her gone and Will is not going to be okay with tossing a girl out onto the streets to be homeless just because Ivy misread a situation. Will knows that nothing was happening. If Ivy insists it was, then basically she's smacking Will. If Electra is going to believe Ivy over him, that's going to be a problem on Bold and the Beautiful. RJ may jump back into designing. If Carter likes those sketches, Brooke been trying to get RJ to consider it. Dylan is caught in a really tight spot. Ivy and Electra want her out of Will's guest house, but I doubt that he's going to let Dylan move back onto the streets. I do wonder if Will is going to go to Katie and try to get Dylan a job at Logan because I'm sure that Forrester internship doesn't pay anything. Most internships don't pay. Taylor and Deacon are busy sneaking around behind Sheila and Steffi back and they may be getting intimate soon. We could see Ridge going over to tell Taylor, stay away from Deacon. It can be anybody but Deacon. It's kind of like how Ridge was telling Brooke, anybody but Nick, Jack Wagner. It's like he wants to be these people's exes, but still control who they get to date. Ridge may even go over and confront Deacon and threaten him and tell him to stay away from Taylor. Katie and Eric are in their element as Logan is off to a great on the Bold and the Beautiful promise heartbreak, shocking confessions, and emotional earthquakes that will shake Los Angeles to its core. Secrets long buried rise to the surface, loyalties are tested, and two powerful figures, Brooke Logan and Bill Spencer, find themselves blindsided by truths they never saw coming. Nothing will ever be the same. Brooke's world turns upside down. Brooke Logan has faced betrayal, loss, and countless romantic storms over the years. But what hits her during the first week of February is something she never could have prepared for. It begins quietly. A simple conversation. A suspicious look. A name mentioned at the wrong time. Brooke senses something is off when Ridge begins acting distant again. At first, she blames it on work stress at Forrester Creations. But her intuition, the one that has saved her countless times before, tells her there's more to the story. And she's right. Taylor's presence grows stronger in Ridge's life, and whispers start spreading around the office. Then comes the moment that changes everything. Brooke overhears a private exchange. Ridge isn't just reconnecting with Taylor, he's questioning his entire future. When Brooke learns that Ridge has been secretly meeting Taylor to discuss what could have been, the revelation hits her like a tidal wave. For Brooke, it's not just jealousy. It's fear. Fear of history repeating itself. Fear of losing the love she fought so hard to keep. By midweek, emotions explode. Brooke confronts Ridge in an intense, tear-filled showdown at the mansion. Her voice trembles as she demands answers. Are you choosing her again? Ridge hesitates, and that pause says everything. Brooke reels from the uncertainty. For the first time in a long time, she feels powerless. And that's when things get worse. A stunning revelation changes everything. Just when Brooke thinks she's dealing with a simple love triangle, an even bigger bombshell drops. A hidden truth from the past resurfaces, one that involves Taylor, Ridge, and a decision made years ago that Brooke never knew about. Sources say Brooke uncovers proof that Ridge once promised Taylor something life-changing, something he never told Brooke. The betrayal isn't physical, it's emotional. And sometimes, that hurts even more. Brooke feels like her entire relationship has been built on half-truths. By the end of the first week, she's left questioning whether destiny is even on her side anymore. Will Brooke fight for Ridge, or finally walk away for good? Bill Spencer left speechless. Meanwhile, across town, Bill Spencer faces a shock of his own. Dollar Bill is rarely caught off guard. He's the master manipulator, the businessman who always has the upper hand. But not this time. This time, he's the one blindsided. Luna's growing presence in the Spencer world raises questions Bill didn't expect to face. A conversation with Poppy leads to revelations about the past, and Bill starts connecting dots he should have seen years ago. Then comes the bombshell. A truth about Luna's history, and possibly her connection to Bill, sends him into total disbelief. When the possibility hits that Luna may be closer to him than he ever imagined, Bill is left completely speechless. No anger. No shouting. Just silence. And for Bill Spencer, silence is terrifying. Viewers will see a rare, vulnerable side of Bill as he struggles with guilt, regret, and the weight of what if. What if he missed years of someone who needed him? What if his past mistakes cost him a family he never knew he had? It's emotional, raw, and unlike anything we've seen from him before. Steffi and Hope caught in the crossfire. Of course, no Forrester drama stays isolated. Steffi fiercely defends Taylor, believing her mother deserves happiness after years of heartbreak. She pushes Ridge to finally make a clean break from Brooke. Hope, on the other hand, stands firmly by her mother's side. The tension between the two women reignites instantly. Old rivalries flare. Sharp words are exchanged. And Forrester Creations becomes a battlefield once again. Meetings turn icy. Runway preparations get tense. Every glance feels like a challenge. The family divide deepens, and no one escapes unscathed. Love, loyalty, and life-changing choices. As the second week unfolds, everyone must decide what truly matters. Brooke faces a crossroads: fight for destiny or protect her heart. Ridge must choose between comfort and passion. Bill searches for redemption. And the next generation watches closely, learning that love in Los Angeles is never simple. By February 13th, relationships hang by a thread. Tears are shed. Doors are slammed. And at least one shocking decision leaves fans gasping. Final tease. Will Brooke finally say enough and walk away from Ridge for good? Is Bill about to discover he has more family than he ever dreamed of? And could this be the beginning of entirely new romances, or devastating endings? One thing's certain. These 2 weeks will change everything. Because in the bold and the beautiful, secrets never stay buried. And love always comes with a price. Stay tuned.